G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to Man Cave Tuesday. Hope you all had a ripper week or a 2 week. I can't remember when the last time I bloody did a Man Cave Tuesday. Feels like forever, it always does. This one nearly didn't bloody happen, but I've slapped myself on the back of the head and I've got this out. But anyway, training day thing. Let's have a look at it. Righto guys, so I'm out here at bloody Shacklands. I'm just on the helmet cam, about halfway through just like a day ride, and I'm kind of like, as I'm doing this, it's really easy tracks. Get a little bit of it's not gnarly by any stretch of the imagination, just a little bit trickier. It's not even tricky, I'm using the wrong bloody words, but my idea is maybe call it like a training day type thing. So people that aren't all that familiar with the off-road riding can come up here where we do, and I think it's going to be, I've been going for an hour. In actual fact, if I go over here, it'll also tell me. So we've been going for an hour. I've done one smoko. There would be one other pull-up area. So an hour, we've done 20 kilometers. So we've got still to get to the shack. So it might be like 2 hours worth of riding and a few little, smoko breaks in between. That's the plan. So this is a route that I've done with the satellite. I know this area pretty well, but I forgot. I was so enjoying myself that I forgot to start using this. So I'll get you as we're going along. But there's been some tracks that I haven't been on before in here. It's bloody tracks everywhere. So now I'm just riding the route. I've got to make sure that it's suitable for everybody, every type of rider. It doesn't matter if you're on a big bike, a little bike, gun rider, just a beginner, you can do this. Yeah, so anyway, I'll see you as we're going along. Alright, away we go. So this is pretty much the, nice wide tracks. There's a few, we get smaller tracks, but we start off on the real easy stuff. Stuff that a normal car can drive on. You just got to take it easy, obviously, with the potholes and little bloody gutter bits and pieces. But why is that not tracking? Oh, I've got to turn it on. Back to that one. That's what we want. Brilliant. So yeah, I don't think I've been on this particular track before. Beautiful bloody day. It's obviously cold, but not, with that sun out and whatever, and you're not going fast on the motorbike, so it's quite pleasurable. As I said, I forgot to bloody get the camera going. I was too much concentrated on making sure I'm following the tracks and shit. So obviously it's quite wet out here at the moment, but all the tracks that I've done so far, no problems. You just go to the side, or if it's a bit shit like that there's always an out like this where you can just ride around it, not get into the rough bits and pieces, or you can ride in the rough if you want. This is a fairly straight track that we're on at the moment. There's a lot of wiggly squiggly ones and all that. So yeah, we might end up doing this, and then what we might do is go, well, let's just step it up a notch. Whoops, straight ahead, yep. And do some of the tracks around here that are a little bit more challenging, and do the same thing where it's it's just a couple of hours. You're not far from anywhere, and see, all that looks a bit, but you just find the right line, and it's just easy. And that's for anybody. I'm not doing anything tricky. I'm just seeing some funny bits, and I go, right over here, that's the line to take it easy. Whoop. Right, what do we There, we've got a bloody a closure, but we're going to be spinning around. So this is just, it's not like a road closed where you can't go, it's just warning you that obviously something has gone a bit shit. In actual fact, we are very close to, so I've got to double back here. Oh, okay. There we go, around. That's a little bit off what I actually mapped out, but this will get us onto the same track. And then this is what I call a tourist track. And some of these are really good because they kind of got the berm on them, so you can, like, you know, go a little bit fast around the berms. But then you got boom. They've been doing a lot of grading of the tracks out here, but what they found is because of winter, they turned into bog marshes. So I was out here when they were out here putting all the drainage in, fixing up all the bloody stuff ups. So you get those little bits there. So you just got to be careful. You can't go bloody gunning it. Then you hit those buggers. Oh, where are we? Oh, there we are. We're still on track, yes. So yeah, really good tracks. Just trundle along. Or if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, as per usual, oh, sorry, go a little bit faster. That's a nice little track. You could really get some speed up on that and feel like you're a superstar. But then boom, see, you get this. Whoop-ah. Yep. Righto, I'll just keep plodding along. And of course we always have a try and have a bloody smoko at a pretty cool spot. So this is a nice big dam here. Been here plenty of times. Bloody postie bikes and cooking and stuff. Yeah. Right, I just thought I'd get you out in this. This would most probably be the trickiest, or look like the trickiest bit. I should have taken a different line, but that's all right. We made it. This looks more tricky than what it actually is. It's just a little bit rocky, and then you have those, you know, washouts. Yep. Hey. And then we get to these little spots, and when I'm saying they're tricky, but it's tricky because with beginners it mentally screws them over. So as long as you're just plodding along, finding that right line, see the slippy bit, don't turn the bike, you know, or lean it over on those slippy bits, and then you just trundle your way up. Like Max is just going up. For Christ's sake, Mark, can you go a little bit faster? Because he wants to go. And then boom, there we go, we've got an out, no worries. Don't have to spin wheels or anything like that, just bomb along. So this is as worst as it gets on the track that I've done. Easy peasy. All right. Rightio, so there you go. So I finished that route. It took me 1 hour to complete. So I didn't walk down to the shack. I didn't stop at that dam for the 15 minutes. So overall, I would say conservatively a 2 hour ride time, including those stops along the way. It was 35.4 kilometers that I rode. So I'd say about it'd be 35 Ks, including coming back to here. Yeah, what do you reckon? So it'd be class that as a half day training day, fucking ride or whatever, I don't know. Bloody hell, the weather is absolutely miserable. It's cold, wet, damp. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Should we bloody do one of those? I'm going to do it anyway, you know that. So I don't know if I've mentioned, I think I might have mentioned in one of the podcasts or something, I don't know, I've mentioned somewhere about the Postie Bike Challenge of crossing the desert. That is all now set. We've got all the people going that we know that is going. There's 3 Postie bikes. Chappie's the other one, and he is on a NBC. So it's fuel injected, electric start. So it'll be good to see the differences between the 2 old Posties and his one. And of course, he's a bloody gun rider, so I don't know how that's going to work. He'll most probably show us right up. Yeah, so anyway, let us know, what do you think of doing that? And then, of course, if that works out well, then we'll up the ante and do a bit more challenging route out there, because there's plenty of tracks and stuff out there, like challenging stuff. Right, let's go and have a look in the shed. Hang on, guys, before we go over there, my mind just gets side. I was talking about the Postie Bike bloody thing. The reason why I was mentioning that is once we get that done, which is in a couple of weeks, that's when we'll look at doing that day ride after that, a week or 2 after that, and hopefully the weather will be a bit more stable, hopefully by then as well. And then, so I'm thinking time-wise, because remember I've been working out rides and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to finish off this year with quite a few rides. We'll have the Ramble ride after that, the Bendigo one, and then we'll see after that. Right, now let's go and have a look in the shed. Or the garage. The bike could be the garage/shed. Aussies say shed, but I said, I don't know, shut up. Rightio, let's go in to the garage/shed. So what I've been doing is a whole, oh, we've got a notification. What's the notification? Mary Valley Dirt Bike Riders. What's he doing? Some wild camp. Don't have my short lookers on. One of Josh's bloody videos, obviously. Yeah, I've just been doing a whole lot of cleaning up, reorganising of bits and pieces. It still looks all the bloody same. It's just as you work in, you know, when I first built this shed, you know, there was a lot of things like that was like a big feature wall over there, but now I've got all that stuff, organisation bloody stuff. So as I'm going along and I'm working with things, some things I'm just not using, or it's just crap, or it was just to fill space at the time, and then I've gotten more bits and pieces, like a bloody lift. And I had, you know, one thing was I had you know, this always works out well, you know, that whole system here, it works brilliantly. I had a whiteboard in there. In actual fact, it had that sticker on it, so that's actually part of the whiteboard. I like the sticker so much, I just cut that out and threw the whiteboard, because this wasn't using the whiteboard. It had that what do you call it, the diode to do on Max the DR650 that I was going to, Aussie Bob was bloody, you know, I said I was I haven't done it, I don't know, whatever. And it just sat there. So I could get rid of it. We had these spare things that Nay wasn't using for the stuff that she sells. They were just sitting there, so I grabbed them. But look, I've done something I thought was quite ingenious. So these are those solder bloody sleeve things. So I've just used the hot glue gun and just stuck what it is. So when you pull, I know straight away that that's all those in there. So all that, and then I've got all my little connectors. So without having to sort, you know, keep bloody pulling each one out to see what's in there, I just know what's in each one of those. Same thing with that, but there's bugger all in that. I bought a bloody coat, and it was on that TMU bloody site or whatever. That was $1 for all those. So those, you know, like car fenders, and so in, what do you call it, on your doors that holds all the bloody trim in. Yeah, this is, that was $1 for all them. Couldn't believe it. Nuts. So yeah, that's just tidying up. And I've also gone through, obviously, Charlie finally done. Boom. There is Tango. Removed the thing off the back there. Cleaned him all up. He's all washed up. Looking good. Alistair's been over, sat on it, made sure everything's working okay. He's fine. Max last night has been all cleaned up because he's been outside with the cover on him. He was already dusty and stuff. So, and basically what I did, and the same with, oh shit, I nearly tripped. Whiskey was done I think the night or a couple of,
He's all bloody cleaned up. In actual fact, he had a fair amount, oh, not a fair amount, it had a little bit of mud on it. And I was gonna wash it, but then, because it's so fucking miserable out there, you wash the bike and then you gotta wait a bloody day or two for it to friggin' dry. So I ended up using the Eco Wash. That bloody stuff there, so it's a waterless wash. I just spray it all over it, and I use this, put him up on there, I wash the top, boom, then I raise it up, and then I wash all the sides and just spray it on, and then all that Eco Wash goes down onto that there, and then I just wipe all that down. Hey presto. I don't know, I just love it. It just works really, really good. And of course, I haven't done any video footage. I've just been getting the bloody jobs done, and a lot of all that was using Leno products. I didn't want it to look like I'm just trying to advertise it. That's just, yeah, if you know what I mean. Righto, so now this is our bloody podcast stuff. That's not, that there is for the live. The Biker Bits bloody live stream that we're doing tomorrow night. And hopefully this is coming out on Tuesday. So that's a whole setup. So me and Alistair will be doing like a podcast thing, but it's a live stream. So that'll be pretty cool. I've got it all set up. I've got a program so that when people comment, I can flash it up and it looks all cool and all that kind of bullshit. So hopefully it'll be pretty good to hang out with the guys in a live sense of the thing. Righto. Tell you what, guys, check this out. You know, they talk about, you know, I don't know, motorbikes destroying fucking forests and all that kind of bullshit and ripping up shit and things don't grow back and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you guys remember. So we've got the lawn area here. That was kind of like a bit of a muddy, I used to have the gazebos set up in here, and it was all just dirt. Now I haven't touched that. Some of you guys might remember we put in this stuff and I thought it was going to grow everywhere, but I'm keeping that just into that area. But all here, this was all road base, all the way around, down here. Now obviously that line there is to do with the drip factor off that roof. Look, there we go. All around here, that's all road base. Down there, obviously underneath there. Well, that's basically the road base there. All that through there, road base. My point is, here we go, just coming around. This thing, I cut this down every bloody, it gives good flowers, but yeah, but if you notice, all the grass just growing back. Same as all down there. Nuts. All out here. I've got bikes coming in and out and around and through there and whatever, and it's just, so I just mow it now. My electric mower, I just run straight over. It doesn't flick the rocks. And but yeah, it's just crazy. It's as if, especially this spot here, since I put the rocks down, because this used to be a real puddle area, and it would just, because you'd walk across there, grass would never grow in that area. But since ripping it, cutting it all out, putting the road base, hey presto, look at it. It's just nuts. I got sick of bloody spraying, what do you call it, weed killer on it. So I'm now just bloody letting it run. Crazy. Actually, while we're talking about that, I'll just come into the old danger shed. I'll give you an update on, let me turn a light on. That fucking mower, that is a, what do you call it, a battery powered mower. That is absolutely, so that's a mower for me to mow all the lawn out here, all the lawn out the front. But it's also a damn bloody great vacuum cleaner. So I've got that big plum tree there, we've got this big plum tree, and the amount of leaves that we get when they drop, you know, I used to always rake them, but now, because this is so easy, I just, like, here we go, press that, it's on, and then you just pull that around, push that down, and away you go. That's it. I just really, it was the best fucking thing I ever did was get that. Then I've got that, the whippersnipper, that works great. It's I know, I find it's heavier than my petrol one, but it's not as vibrating and all that kind of stuff. In actual fact, I actually moved. I think I had that in the wrong position for the way that I hold it. But I got to give a full. I did it like 3/4 of the way through. I adjusted it and it felt a lot better. But yeah, cuts, and I finally went through I had to put the new bloody cutter thing. Anyway, well, that works really good. It's one of those push shape. But yeah, all electric. If I was to, there you go. You can see a little light, and hopefully it doesn't kill me. That's it. No mixing two-stroke, pouring it in, anything. You just whenever I want, I just grab it, walk out. Same with the big bloody that blower there, and the batteries are all interchangeable with those, and including the chainsaw there as well. So that chainsaw, I just got it without the battery because I got 3. I don't need 3 any more than that. And then of course that's power, but that's brilliant as well. And here you go, here's a little tip. As you can see, that is all rat shit. So we had quite the, I wouldn't call it a plague, but we had a lot of mice and rats. And what we do is, because the rats actually, when you drop this stuff, they take it away. But what we're doing is we put a screw onto a bit of wood, and then you'll see that they slowly eat that around. But man, it was going and going and going, and we're thinking, what the hell? But then it finally, obviously, got them under control. Anyway, if you're looking for a bloody great, if you're looking for an electric thing, check out Essendon Motorcycles and Mowers. Sponsors of the channel, got to give them a club, got to give them a plug. What was the other thing I was going to say? That, this thing here, the old electric bloody Angway bike, brilliant. Just the other night, ordered Chinese, and I actually went down on this bike, rode all the way down, and right to the bloody door, got me thing, chucked it in my bag, rode back. And the way that I'm using it now, I hardly ever use it with the throttle. I just use it pedal assisted because I like the idea of getting the exercise. But when you're going up a hill or you're a bit buggered out, you just, you don't pedal as hard, and it just picks it up for you. So yeah, because I wasn't too sure whether I was going to get use out of that, but I'm using it more and more now, which is good. Right, so the last, I just forgot about Max, is bloody sitting out here. So he's out here. He's got to get a clean up. I mean, he's fine. He just bloody doesn't really matter. But yeah, I want to give him a clean up. But the main thing I want to do is set up the permanent mount for my tablet, because the way that I have it at the moment, this thing here, the bloody cable there, the brake line, when your suspension goes down, that comes up like that, and because the arm, and then there's the little knobby thing that holds the tablet, ends up getting hooked underneath that, and then it fucking pulls it all down and torts it around. It's a real pain in the ass, and it's just, I keep putting up with it, but it's driving me nuts, and I've got to get that sorted. So I was going to pull Harry out of get him off it and put him on the lift to then start cleaning him up and then working out on that. John, who's a crew member down in Melbourne, he was on the Castlemaine ride. John, if you're watching this, I know you did something like that. I've got to get in contact with you just because I remember looking at it and I thought, that's what I've got to do. So I might get in contact with you just to get a bit of a head start or an idea on how to get that happening. Right, I'm going to shut up now. Going inside. Actually, guys, before we go inside, I've done something here. So this is a new sign that Nay's done. So sign a new design. $220 shipped anywhere in Australia. It's on her site. I'll bloody whack up the website there if you're interested in one of those. So that's a satellite dish. Boom. So obviously that's it. That's the one that's for sale. I've just put it up there to do what I'm doing now, obviously. I've still got my black one down here that I haven't figured out a design for it. But anyway, there you go. Triumph sign, 220 bucks. Well, there you go, guys. That's Man Cave Tuesday done and dusted for another week. Hope you all enjoyed it. I know it wasn't bloody fantastic or anything like that, but at least I got one out for you guys. So remember, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We're saying 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Whatever that is, if you're in the world, I don't know what time that could be, early in the morning or whatever. But anyway, the Biker Bits live stream, me and Alistair in the garage, talking with you real time. Now for crew members with the geostash, the fire tower geostash is gone. I'm not going to elaborate any more on that because it pissed me off, but it's gone. It will be relocated somewhere else. Righto guys, remember, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.